They call themselves FBA, Foundational Black Americans. I call them FBI, Foundational Black Idiots. This isn't about the founder of the FBA movement. My comments have nothing to do with him. This is about his followers. Most of the followers of FBA I've come across over the past few years in my comment section, ones who've commented on my videos, commented on other videos I've seen on other channels, they've all come across to me as piece of trash idiots. Some of the comments I've seen from, quote, FBA people about Hispanics are no different than stuff one would hear at a Klan rally. As a matter of fact, just from my personal experience dealing with different members of that organization on social media, the FBA, I'd put them in the same group as the KK or any other extremist organization out there. Where is this all coming from, Dusty Vision? Well, hip-hop pioneer, yes, I said it, hip-hop pioneer Fat Joe is under attack again by those FBI idiots over comments he recently made on the Math Hoffa show.
It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't Black American.
Who are these guys?
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is.
But Fat Joe doubled down on comments he made a couple of years ago about hip-hop being, quote, black and Hispanic.
You believe Fat Joe said hip-hop was Puerto Rican and black? Whoa! My God, the world changed on me. I'm like, yo!
No, you know what?
Where you been?
When I was coming up well into my 40s, I've always heard and known that hip-hop was created, yes, created by both blacks and Hispanics. Everyone knew this. Everyone agreed with it, and everyone was okay with it. Then over the past 5 years or so, this group comes along and tries to completely change the narrative about the creation of hip-hop. Now, the new narrative is that hip-hop was solely created by black people. This new narrative that people are trying to run with is that Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, they weren't even around during the creation of hip hop. They're trying to paint this narrative that blacks and Puerto Rican youth didn't even get along. Literally trying to erase everything we've known and have been taught for the past 45, 50 years. That hip-hop was created by both black and Hispanic youth in the 1970s together. They want to tell you that FBI are solely responsible for creating every element in hip-hop. But when you ask them a simple question like, who created graffiti? Their answer is cornbread. All due respect to cornbread, but if you're telling me cornbread was the first person to write on a wall illicitly the literal definition of graffiti, if you're telling me he was the first person to do that in 1969, he was the very first to do that, and that no one else did it before him, I don't even want to continue this conversation with you. Then you have other FBI idiots saying he created modern graffiti. He was writing on a fucking wall. Knock it off. What turned me off about FBI, is the hatefulness I've seen in the comment section towards my brown homies. Some of the most horrible things I've ever seen typed in comments on YouTube towards the brown homies have come from FBI. I'm here to unite, not divide. 9 out of 10 of the FBI idiots I've come across on social media in my comment section are no better than members of the KK. I truly don't believe the creator of the FBA organization meant for it to be this way, but his followers, from what I've seen on social media and comment section, you're trash. Not all, just most of the ones I've personally come across. I've been covering this specific topic for years, and most of the FBI I've come across conduct themselves like they didn't graduate 8th grade. At least that's how they come across in my comment section. At least that's what I'm seeing in other videos' comment sections. That's just my eyes. They come off as separatists, revisionists. They want to divide. I want to unite, not divide. And that's why I don't F with their movement. I've always believed, and I will always believe, that Hispanics helped build, shape, and mold this beautiful thing we call hip-hop. As far as FBI, I'm sure there are plenty of intelligent people who are part of that group. Correction, I know there are plenty of intelligent people who are part of that group. But the majority of the ones who are representing that organization on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok and the comment sections, let's just say I hope they don't procreate and have more idiot children that will grow up to be idiot adults. But yes, I'm rolling with Fat Joe on this one. And when it comes to music, I'm not even a Fat Joe fan. Never have been. I was a fan of Big Pun. Dead in the middle of little did we know that we riddled two men who didn't do diddly. But I've never been one to say, hey fam, throw on that new Fat Joe record. Nope. This has nothing to do with me being a stan or anything for Fat Joe. I'm far from it. This is about his opinion on blacks and Hispanics both contributing to this culture we call hip hop. To my FBI friends out there, let me leave you with this little nugget of advice. Instead of arguing over who created hip hop, why don't you start arguing over who owns it? Because it ain't FBA. What say you? Did you watch the Math Hoffa Fat Joe interview? Is Fat Joe cap? Or is Fat Joe spitting some real? Am I tripping? Let me know in the comment section. Before you go, though, hit that like button if you don't mind, real quick. Smash that like button, and if this is your first time joining the channel and you're entertained, I don't care if you like it, hate it, whatever, but you watch this all the way through to the end, hit that subscribe button.